Hey everybody, it's your host Eden and welcome back to Sports for All podcast. I have just had the most incredible, insightful conversation with the MerseyGirls. My 13-year-old self is screaming right now. I was so honoured whenever they said that they would be on my podcast and be interviewed, and I had such an inspiring conversation. And it was really amazing to see that despite any barriers that they might have faced and challenges, they have come through them stronger, and I've learned so much from them. You probably all already know them from Britain's Got Talent and America's Got Talent, and they have done so much amazing work all across the country, all across the world, inspiring young girls and young dancers, and I hope they all really inspire you as much as they inspired me. It was just an incredible conversation, so I hope you all really enjoy it.
Hey, hello.
Hi, nice to meet you guys. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, yeah. We've all got through Monday nearly. Well, thank you so much for agreeing to be interviewed. It's so exciting.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Um, Okay, amazing. So, my first question is, do you just want to go around and introduce yourselves, and you could maybe say about how you started dance, and maybe also if you did any other sports before dance when you were like younger, that would be cool to know as well.
But I'm Julia. We're sisters. So I started dancing because I was just copying what my sister was doing, really. There's like there's like home videos where I'm like 2 and I'm copying her and my cousin, like trying to copy in like this oversized ballet outfit. So that's like how I started, really, and it's all I knew, and I just like followed in her footsteps. I've never done any other sport. I don't think I'm actually that good at sport, so I just like stuck to dancing. That's all I knew, really.
I'm Alice, and my mum put me in dance when I was 3 as a way to get my confidence up because I was really, really shy, and I did just cry for the whole probably first year of dance, but she didn't let me give up because she knew it would be good for me. So I did that. I also tried. Turns out I just hated the shouting. It was too loud, so cried and did never return back to that. And yeah, I just stuck out dance because it became everything to me, and it did really, really boost my confidence. Do a lot to dance, really.
That's great, thank you, Becky.
I'm Becky, and I'm the same as Alice. Like, I was really, really just shy as a kid, and if anything changed in my routine, I would just cry. It was from the age of about 3 as well. So my mum threw me in dance and made me stay there to gain some confidence as well. And then when I was younger, I was forced to try and play golf a bit because my family are all golfers, which clearly helped because I love mini golf now. So really the only reason why I'm happy that I got forced into that. But dance has always been the main thing. I don't think we've really had time to do any other sports, to be honest. Well, it's one of those where your friends will be like, oh, do you want to hang out? And you'll be like, no, I can't, I've got dance.
Actually, it becomes like everything. Eat, sleep, breathe. Amazing, thank you so much. So my next question is, obviously, like, you guys started really early. So how did you guys all meet? Obviously, like, Julie and Alice, you guys are sisters, but how did you meet the other girls and Becky?
How old? I think me and Becky must have been about 5.
Her and Becky were best friends when they were about 5, and they were really cheeky and noisy. Conversation the other day because there's a picture of them and they'd just been told off because they called the fire brigade.
Oh yeah, we were like
and hung up. So
troublemakers.
They were proper troublemakers.
We were very young at that point, though. It wasn't like the other day.
Yeah, they were about.
But I think like that's how I think it was around that age, like 5, 6, where all of the girls in the group met each other. Really, it was like from aged 5 to like maybe 9. We all just like became really close, and obviously I lived with her, with Ali. So
I won't ask you about how that is. Yeah. Oh, that's so sweet. So like you have kind of like just known each other like basically nearly your whole lives.
Yeah, like you don't remember a time when you didn't know each other.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's the same with my friends. Like, I think I was maybe like 10. Like, I started taekwondo quite late.
It's a good way to be friends, isn't it? Like those hobbies.
Yeah, definitely. And you just go through so much together as well. Like, such a journey. That's such a good answer. Thank you. And how did you guys decide to form a group then? Like, obviously, you were a bit older then whenever you formed MerseyGirls, so like how did that come about?
Well, we were in one of the girls' houses and we were having a sleepover as per, making up dance as per, because that's all we ever did. And then we just had this idea, didn't we, of like Julia was going to be going in for surgery, so we were like, why don't we just apply? Nothing will probably come of it, so why don't we just apply? We've got nothing to lose, so we did. And then we just thought about all the things that we could do and like made up dances at this sleepover, and then actually ended up getting on the show. And we were like, oh, okay.
That is so cool. And you like, so what was the application like process like? Did you just like decide you wanted to do it and then like go for it, or like how long
Yeah.
did it?
It was just like we had literally had sleepovers like every weekend anyway, where we'd just make up dances. So it was just the same as any other one. But then I think we just were like,
Julia's
like,
last time to
yeah,
dance.
we were like, and then we just all like gathered around the laptop and we're like, okay, let's do it.
And there's like you apply online, don't you?
So it's first online, and then we probably did it like 1 a.m. and then you have like another round where it's like 2 producer rounds, so you're just performing in front of the producers. And then there's like when you know you're getting through to the judges, there's like a whole process where it's like you send your dance to the producers, they send it back with feedback, and you're like going back and forth with songs and costume ideas, and
so much goes on behind the scenes that you don't.
Yeah, before you actually turn up to the judges. So it's quite a long process.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Such an exciting one as well. Like, how were you guys feeling like even before you got to the judges? But
personally was terrified and had to get bribed to do it. I didn't want to be embarrassed on national television getting like a no or anything. So I was personally like, I don't know if I'm gonna do it, like I'm too nervous, blah 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 blah. Got the whole, if you do it, I'll give you £50 if you do it, from my grandma, because she thought it would be a really good experience to do with all of my friends. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. And then it was the best thing that we ever did. So I was really nervous. Don't know about you two, but I was so scared.
Is Becky there?
I am here. I don't know, because it was weird, because we've been used to kind of performing in front of audiences anyway at dance competitions. So I think that helped us not feel like too nervous. And everyone always asked, oh, were you like scared of the cameras and things like that? But I personally didn't notice any cameras. Don't know about you guys, like I just didn't even acknowledge that they were there. And then at the end I was like, oh wait, that was all like recorded and everything. So it wasn't too bad. I think we were nervous, but then when the music starts playing, you kind of just go into your mental memory of doing what you do, and you don't really think about anything else.
Yeah, you forget.
Yeah, we were so young as well, weren't we? Like I was 15. We just like day off school, like what a story to go to school and tell people, just like, oh my god, this is so cool. Because we were just really young, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you probably didn't like obviously like imagine what would come out of it as well. Like,
oh no, we did not expect.
We were expecting to get the red buzzer. To be honest.
From Simon.
Yeah.
Didn't happen that.
No, definitely not. So, I mean, obviously I know what happened after, but do you just want to tell everybody what that experience was like? Obviously he's got Alicia's golden buzzer, so that's really cool.
Yeah.
How did it all go from then?
I feel like everything from there happened so fast, because so obviously we didn't get a red buzzer, we got the golden buzzer, which was like crazy. We definitely didn't expect to get the golden buzzer, so that was just an extra bonus, that like iconic moment for us. So then, because we got that straight through to the live shows, so then it was like, oh, okay, let's make up a semi-final dance and then a final dance in case, which we ended up not doing. So then it comes to the live shows, and you're getting your costume done last minute, your hair done last minute, and it's already really exciting. And obviously we came second in the semi-final, which means we got through to the finals. And it was after the final, so we had to make up a dance in like 3 days. And
I think it was less than that.
Yeah, because we just didn't expect to get through to the final. And I think Simon just said the words, something like, oh, I'm going to make sure you're going to be in a good place after this. Because I had like a scoliosis fusion surgery booked a month after the show ended, which would have like probably restricted my dance career. So then he just said that, and we didn't really know what it meant. But then we walked off stage after the final, and he was just there. Bumped into him, and he said, oh, I've been looking for you. Like, I just want to say everything you've heard is true, and I am going to pay for your surgery in America, because they have a different surgery that leaves your spine flexible. So then within like 2 weeks, I was flying to America to get this other surgery. So it was like everything happened so fast. It was It was crazy. It was like a whirlwind.
Yeah, incredible though.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, wow. And did you get to have a say in the costumes and like the music? Like, did you get to help pick that person?
We don't have a say with costumes, really, do we? We kind of like, they have a brief of what they can see, and we'll just take whatever we're given because we're those type of people. We're just grateful to be there.
Yeah.
The music, they quite often would ask us for a list of songs,
The dreaded list.
and we'd send them, and they'd, yeah, no, can't get the license for that, or yeah, no, we don't do that, or someone else is doing that. So I think they end up helping you a lot with the songs and giving a lot of suggestions, and then we would kind of either pick from their suggestion, or I know for the final of one of the BGTs we've done, like they gave us a song and we said, well, this is a similar vibe, like how would you feel about this? And they actually did let us do it, but they have a big say in what you can and can't do. But you know, we'll just do whatever we need to get us on there. We were just grateful.
Yeah, no, definitely. Did you have like an overall like favorite like costume or sort of like song that you did? Like, what was your favorite performance out of all of them? It's probably a hard question.
We'd all have a different answer, I reckon.
Yeah.
It's hard. I like them all for different reasons. We did BGT Christmas special, and those costumes are beautiful.
Whereas I hate to dance in them.
They're not nice to dance in because they're good to look at. They're stunning, and they worked really, really hard on those costumes for us. So I love them. But
and I in America I had a different costume, and for this show I had to wear one of the costume that they wore, and it was my favorite. It was so comfortable, but I think everyone, like all the other girls, were like, I hate this costume. It's so uncomfy. Like, I don't know if Becky liked that one.
I like that one.
I didn't mind it. It wasn't my favorite, I think, because it was just kind of like very, very, very last minute, like to the point where it was like literally just thrown together by the costume people, bless them. But my favorite was, the semi-finals of the original Britain's Got Talent, the pink ones, because I think they're just really pretty.
Yeah, I've still got them.
They're underrated.
Yeah, I like that dance.
Do you know what is definitely not my favorite costume? The fight song.
Oh, I was thinking the gold. The gold is not. Is not the one.
That's our fault.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I definitely put that in the right bit.
Yeah.
But no, that's so interesting. You all have such different answers. So my next question is talking about America's Got Talent. Obviously, like so much had happened since then. Like obviously you'd had your surgery, Julia, and you were coming back from that. And what was it like getting back on the stage, like all of you together as a group? And what was that experience like again? And especially in America as well.
Yeah, it was really cool because like I feel like LA's just been on everyone's bucket lists. So when we found out, and it was like such a long time when we didn't know if we were actually going, but we might be. And it was when we got that, yeah, you're going to LA, we were like, oh my goodness, like the journey we've been on, it was just like, this is like such a nice thing to be able to do together.
Last minute when it comes to us, isn't it?
It is.
Not by our doing.
The reality
TV in general.
But it was good. I had 4 surgeries since like before we went to America. So I'd had the fusion surgery as well. So I wasn't actually sure how much dancing I could do till we started doing it really, and there was things I had to change. But I'm really lucky with the girls, and they do just adapt stuff for me. Now my spine's fused. But it was just a great experience to just have that week of like just living the life in LA and like meeting people, and just it was a very different experience from the Britain's Got Talent ones as well. So I just thought that week of my life was like very surreal.
Fever dream.
Yeah, definitely. Becky, how did you find it?
It was very last minute and very chaotic, but like it was good. I like obviously we'd never regret going somewhere like America and performing. Like it was amazing. I think it was just chaos, just absolute chaos. But it was super fun because we hadn't really done too much before then, to be honest. Like we've done a few shows here and there, which is always super fun. Like we love just doing like the smaller shows as well, like the little more intimate ones. So this was like the complete opposite of that scale. But it was really good fun. And I think we had we didn't really have a lot of time to rehearse, I don't think.
No.
Really, because
and we had 3 days.
Yeah, because we literally got there and they were like, okay, let's make this dance to this complete other song, have fun.
Jet lag is not a thing. Let's just go. You've arrived last night and you've been awake for about 24 hours. Let's go make a full routine. Like,
I think that was the difference with BGT and AGT. Was like BGT, we did actually get to make our own choreo, without really any help at all. Whereas AGT was like very much, when you get to America, we're going to give you a choreographer and then they'll help you.
Oh my gosh. So did they like give you your song like when you got there, or just like
Yeah,
kind of last minute?
They gave
We
us
got
our
to
song
brainstorm.
and we got to make up ideas, but we would have to constantly send them the ideas, and they basically came back saying, we don't want dancing, we want storytelling.
This is very
So we're trying to, impress and show off everything that we can do, and show off Julia how amazing it is after her surgeries. And they were very much like, we don't want any of this, we just want the friendship. And then obviously the judges' comments were very, you didn't do anything, and we thought,
that's why.
But yeah, so it was our song and we did brainstorm ideas, but they were very much, we've got a choreographer, when you get here we'll do it.
And the choreographer was amazing.
It was fab.
Like, to work with her as well.
She's done so much.
She's an icon. And even like her assistant, we were just like obsessed.
Yeah. But even then, they said like it's really difficult because they were given a brief of not dancing, so they were finding it really hard as well. But we were really grateful for everything they did for us.
Yeah, they seem they seem really nice, but it's weird. Like I'm sure you were expecting to have a little bit more.
Yeah,
I'm sure you probably didn't know what to expect, to be honest.
No, we did think it was going to be similar to BGT, but they're so different, aren't they?
So AGT is very it's even more reality TV in terms of, I don't know what the word is, like
it's more like out of your control, I think.
Yeah.
And like everything's like a fairy tale, which I mean, we're living a fairy tale. We were in LA for the week. We were having fun, but it was a crazy experience.
Yeah, amazing. Where like how was like LA? Did you get to go like anywhere cool or anything? Like what was that experience like? I've not been to LA, so
I hadn't before this.
yeah.
We like some stuff, didn't we? Like we went up to see the Hollywood sign to be like tourists for the day. But a lot of the time was just spent rehearsing. But it was my birthday whilst we were out there. So we got to go for like a little birthday meal and stuff, and that was super fun. And they all came out singing. I was like, America's wild. Like this would not happen in England. But we had like a pool at our hotel as well, so we all spent time, like loads of time in there, and just kind of, it was like a half vacation, half not vacation.
Yeah. Few of us class because it's like, the LA for dancing is meant to be incredible, and it was. We went, holy moly, experience.
Hard.
But again,
we were also staying. Our hotel was on the Walk of Fame.
Yeah.
So even just like walking outside the hotel was like an experience. Because you were just like, oh my goodness, I've literally dreamt of this. And then, but we didn't get much time to be tourists because we were working really hard.
Yeah. I bet. That is so cool. Like you can just like see the walk of, like you just walk out the front door and you're like, oh my gosh, that was so cool. Proper LA experience. I love that. So my next question is, you've done like so much obviously since then. What have been some of the highlights since being on America's Got Talent? And also like what have you learned from different experiences, like acting, teaching, all that kind of thing? Like you guys have done so much. Tell me what some of your highlights have been in the last few years. Quite a big question.
always remember CVPC Summer Social
and like Slime Fest.
We got to like, I mean, we're massive Dance Mums fans, always have been, and we got to dance for Kenzie Ziegler, which crazy. And then Slime, like that's a Nickelodeon show, and we were dancing on it, and we're always grateful for everything that we get, really.
I love the little like, we do workshops and stuff, and it's just like they're more of the smaller things, but you just see the kids and they're just like, we're just like normal girls. I mean, we just did a show in the floral, and someone came up to me, and one of the like chaperones, and they were like, one of the kids have just said that the real MerseyGirls. It's just even just stuff like just crazy, because we are just very, very normal girls. So it's I love all the little stuff like that as well.
so cute, and they're like, oh my gosh, they're on the TV.
Yeah,
They're real.
Yeah.
They're real.
One little girl crying, didn't chaperone brought her over and she was crying and we were like, please don't cry.
We're not that.
Oh, oh, I love that. Becky, what about you? What's been your highlight?
What the girls have said really, and just I think teaching's always fun because obviously we grow up being taught by lots of different type of teachers, and so we've always said we just want people to have fun. Like, we don't want them to feel pressured, we don't want them to feel like they're competing with each other, because that's one of the reasons that the girls started the group as well, like way back when, was because they felt like they were always like competing against each other and they just wanted to do something together as well. So we always said, like, at the end, it's not like we're picking out dances to like showcase some people, it's like everybody gets to have a go, and we wanted to be like really inclusive with that. And so that's always really fun, and just like to see everyone's little faces light up when they're dancing as well is what it's all about. And especially when people who have scoliosis as well, like Julia, they'll come up, especially to Julia, and be like, oh, you've really helped me like through my journey and through my surgeries and stuff, which is always really nice to hear, because another reason we were on Britain's Got Talent is to raise awareness for scoliosis as well. Because like before we went on Britain's Got Talent, I only knew Julia that had it, and now I kind of see it like dotted about here, there and everywhere. So it's crazy how many people actually like go through it and go through surgeries and stuff. So it was really cool to see kind of Julia's impact on other people's lives even so many years after the show as well.
Yeah, no, that was amazing. Julia, what's that been like for you then? I'm sure like quite emotional when people like come up to you and
Yeah, I mean, when I was going through my scoliosis journey, I felt like really alone because no one talked about it. I didn't know anyone who had it, and I would have loved someone who I knew who was raising awareness for it and like gave scoliosis a platform and answered all the questions that I had. So the fact that I've been able to be that person for someone it's really heartwarming, and that's all my DMs are just full of other people with scoliosis that have questions that I still try and help them with, because I know that I was once that little girl who just wanted like answers to all our questions. So it's really nice. It's one of my favorite things about that's like come from the show.
yeah, I bet it's like such like a full circle kind of moment for you, and then like being able to see those younger kids and be able to help them.
Yeah, about
I'm really incredible. So my next question is, what are some of the skills you guys have learned growing up in dance, and how have they helped you in all aspects of your lives?
I feel like that work ethic has been incredible to take with you through life, and the resilience that you need to like keep something up, because it's not easy all the time. There's been many times when we were dancing growing up, it's like, oh, it's too hard, I'm gonna quit. So like the resilience and the work ethic it's given us is just like second to none, I think.
Yeah, and like I second that, because we would do school all day and then we'd dance 5 nights, six days a week, like 5 nights, and we dance a whole day Saturday, so we would literally only have a Sunday off
if we weren't doing competition,
and then if we had a competition it would be on the Sunday. So it's like it really teaches you hard work and resilience and not giving up, because you know we wouldn't, like Becky said earlier, friends would be like, oh, I'm having a party this weekend, and it was always, oh, I can't. And then I had friends stop inviting me because I always said no, and then I always felt left out. And you know, you go through that when you're a teenager, finding yourself, and it's difficult. But I think it's also, I'm sure Becky might agree with this, it's taught me a lot about confidence and pushing yourself, because we both obviously started quite shy, and it's taught me not to give up like I would give up if I had the choice. So it's made me grow as a person in that sense of like pushing myself always and finding my inner confidence through dance.
Yeah, I think it's just like it teaches you a lot about yourself as well, because you kind of get there and you're like, okay, if I'm feeling tired, then I'm probably going to be a bit more emotional. So if I get something wrong and I'm like crying about it, it's not because I'm bad at dance, it's just because I'm like having a bit of a bad day. Or if like you get an injury and you know how hard to push yourself and stuff, which we kind of always ignored, which was probably not our best idea. But I think it just teaches you a lot of listening to your body and listening to your mind, and making sure that you're kind of like looking after yourself at the same time as doing all this. Because like we said, we we'd always dance like 5-6 days a week and then do competitions and this, that, and the other. And it becomes a lot. And sometimes you do need to like kind of step back and be like, okay, am I doing too much? Like, what do I need to do to help me recover? But I think it's really important just in life in general is just making sure that you know how you're feeling and how your body is doing, because you know you better than really anybody else. So it's just important to like just remember that and try keep the good vibes flowing and all that.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think it's like so important to keep evaluating what's working well, what might not be working well, and kind of be able to be flexible on that as well. It's really important.
I think another thing, like that rejection as well.
Yeah.
Which builds, you get really, you get strong from it, because it would hurt when you're younger, but now it's just you're used to it because it happens all the time in this industry. But in dance, when you're little, it's like you didn't get the main part your best friend did, or obviously we went on Britain's Got Talent and some of our friends weren't on it with us, and it's like finding that way to go, you know, that's nothing personal. Like that rejection has taught me a lot as well, and definitely gave me a thicker skin.
Oh
Yeah, definitely. It's something if you learn it like really early on, it really helps. Yeah. Amazing. Thank you guys. So what advice do you guys have for young people like wanting to get involved in dance but who might not have the confidence to get involved? I think that'll be a good one, Alice and Becky, because I know you guys weren't massively confident.
It's kind of hard because I think me and Alice were kind of forced into it. But I think it's like just remembering that when you're in a dance studio, no one's at that dance studio to look at you necessarily. Like no one goes in thinking, oh, I'm going to watch this person because of this, that, and the other. And if they are watching you, it's usually because you're doing something good. So I think don't let yourself be put off by the fear that someone's judging you, because it's just not a thing really. And if it is a thing, then that's a them problem and it's got nothing to do with you anyway. So it's just like, don't let the fear of something that's not even happening stop you from doing something, because it's obviously one of the best things that we all did, because not only for like the skills that we said before, but for the friendships as well. Like pretty much all of my friends are dance friends, and that's like such an amazing thing, because it's like when you all go out, you're all not afraid to go on the dance floor because you're all confident enough. And like when it's like our weddings, we'll all be dancing around each other and having fun and like being super confident with it. So I think it's just, yeah, just don't let like your own mind stop you from doing it.
Yeah, I back everything Becky said, and like I was thinking of friendships because a lot of my friends in school didn't understand me and why I was never around, but your dance friend, you've got the same interests, you've got the same, you know, ethic in that sense. So like you can make some of your best friends through doing a hobby, even if it's not dance, even if it's some sort of sport. Like having a hobby can be so important for your social side of life, which is so important for life in general. And I think the same as Becky, like if you can, it's so hard when I'm quite anxious when it comes to new things. Even now I'll have that panicky, like I can feel it in my heart doing new things, like I just want to cry. Like I still have that now, but thanks to dance I will do it, and thanks to my mum, but like I will do it, and it's been the best thing for me. So don't stop yourself because of your like anxiety or your nerves, because you know it can, as we're all proof of, it can be like the best thing that you ever do, and you don't want any regrets. So live life to the full.
Amazing pieces of advice. Just such great advice. I think you're so right. Like your family, like your dance friends can become your family, and it's always so good to have kind of community, and it's so important. And getting involved in things and not looking back with regret is so important as well. Thank you guys so much. So my last question is, you guys might not be able to tell me massively everything that you guys have coming up, but what exciting things can we look forward to from you guys in the next few months, year?
Something we've just shared is we are teaching a workshop. I think so. There's a younger class and an older class, but it's on the Wirral. And like what Becky was saying before about how when we teach a class, we just want it to be fun with no pressure. No one's going to be picked out as like the favorite or anything. It's just going to be a fun workshop. So that is like in the Flora Pavilion in August, and then we just did a show with Starry FX where we met some amazing people which we're hoping to work with again, but nothing's kind of confirmed, but we met some really really cool people there.
Oh my gosh, very exciting. Yeah, I love the idea of a workshop. And hopefully people who are listening who are nearby might be able to go. So nice. Well, thank you guys so much. Like, I've had such a great time and you're all like amazing. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank
Thanks
you,
for having
Eden.
us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. It would be great if you could give it a follow and if you could give it a rating. If you want to connect with me further, you can find me on LinkedIn at Eden Byrne or on X at Eden71003.